And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. First and 10, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, Mayfield. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Ready? You ready?
On second down, here's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
No. Check. Patriot.
A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They go with Chubb on second down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Credit the tackle to Kurt Coleman.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
4 down, 4 down. Alert! Like 56.
Mayfield down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
We got 4. Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
2nd down, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Mayfield with it once more. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the red zone now, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Drops it off for Chubb. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And again, it's Mayfield. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brees. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Working from the gun, it's Brees. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken from just outside the 30. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Ready. We waiting. Check. 53. Mike. Hey, kill. Here we go.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Get set.
Nice little nifty play for them there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
We got 4. Ready. We waiting.
To throw, it's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The Saints had 23 rushing touchdowns last year, most in the league, and they've got Kamara back there on 2nd and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
That's complete right around the 8. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there. And receivers come.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The number 1 pick a season ago, proving his worth.
7 sacks in 11 games as a rookie. Didn't play the full year due to some injuries. But he's going to be the face of the franchise on the defensive side of the ball. Myles Garrett, he fills up your screen when he's rushing the passer.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Dumping it off for Johnson. And now running right through it. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tipped the balance in his favor to go #1.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Now let's go.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is a rip, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he'll be wrapped push down. Larry Ogunjobi breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. T.J. Carey right there in coverage. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st down, Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
we go. Let's go, D.
The final shot before half for Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, here's Breeze. That's caught by Meredith right side. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend?
Here we go.
And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now he'll let it go deep, right? And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Saints. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
4 down. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball, grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Hey, 4 down. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Gone.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Breeze to throw on second down. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mayfield on play action, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd down. Now Mayfield. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, now, look at 56.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Duke Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. The Browns were successful on their lone 2-point try last season, and here they'll try again.
3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit! 47's the mic. Gun! 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 Gun!
Mayfield to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now second down. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Again, it's Johnson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now it's Ginn. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finds, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. Flushed out right. Looking long for Thomas. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Breeze now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a play is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Mayfield now. Dancing to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alex Okafor in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Here's Ginn. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
You got 4. You got 4. Ready? We waiting.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Ready? Yellow waiting.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
Ready?
But correct.
Waiting.
No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Flush to his right. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. falls here as he's taken down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. He gets it to Thomas. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Breeze now on first down. Smith catches left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Into the red zone. It's Breeze. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Joe Schobert in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Breeze to throw. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. To throw is Breeze. And he's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Jamie Collins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Breeze. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got the lead by 3, late stages of the game. What's the message here? Just hang on to the football? Is it that simple?
That's exactly right, because ball security is paramount. And you got a small cushion. A field goal can tie you, but you don't even think that way. Just take care of the ball, close out the game.
Will they close it out? We're about to find out. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And the Saints signal for another timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Browns on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gone!
Now Mayfield. And he's got his tight end in Njoku. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Check. All right, here we go. 3-19.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Throwing, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you pride the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Cleveland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to turn it around next week.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back. From the